afternoon, everybody. Welcome here as we get set for race number 5 of the season. Can't believe we're already up to this point of Season 5 of the NNSCRA Pizza Hut X Series. Getting ready to go racing here at the D-shaped mile-and-a-half speedway, Atlanta Motor Speedway. A lot of people call it Hot Atlanta. Well, it's anything but here today. A bit overcast, 67 degrees, a little bit warmer than our truck race here yesterday. But the cooler track conditions will certainly mean a lot more grip and maybe some wild racing here in this 33-lap event. Yesterday's truck race, we saw a fuel strategy race. Will we see the same thing here today? Maybe, if this thing goes green all the way from the start to the finish. Gonna have to wait and see. Austin LaPlante lines up on the pole position. 2 runner-up finishes so far this season for that driver. Finished runner-up in the season opener at Daytona and finished runner-up yesterday last week, I should say, in the Pizza Hut X Series race at Memphis. So certainly looking to get a P1 here today, as he will start on the pole position alongside of H Gallant in the 81. Gallant comes into this race 12th in the point standings and also doing really well in the rookie points as well, 5th in the rookie point standings. So we'll see what the 81 car can do with H Gallant out of Dog Pound Incorporated. Last week, we saw Phil Parker dominate the race at Memphis, leading every single lap, and also leaving only a handful of drivers on the lead lap. I think only 17 cars were on the lead lap when the checkered flag waved. So Phil Parker with that dominating performance, and as a result, comes into this race as your current points leader. Let's go get that command.
Drivers, start your engines.
So we already gave a bit of a spoiler as far as the top 10 the points and coming into this race, presented by Blame Shelly Insurance. But Phil Parker is the points leader over our Phoenix winner, Zach Flickinger. Arizona winner, Zach Flickinger, I should say. 6 points he has over Flickinger. Third in the point standings right now is Andrew Davis. Davis comes into this race as the current rookie points leader. Austin LaPlante with his 2 top 5s with the 2 runner-up finishes. He is 4th in the points, and currently 5th is Alexander Rowe. Cole Deaver currently 6th. 7th is Daniel Olson. Jake Rogers 8th. Joshua Hyatt 9th. And 10th is Mason Wood. We've had 4 races, 4 different race winners. Phil Parker, Zach Flickinger 1-2 in the points. Our winner from Phoenix, N Guenther, is 20th in the points coming to this race. And Elijah Gilbert, our Daytona winner, has dropped in the last 3 races from the points lead to 34th. So if the season were to end now and the playoffs were to begin, Elijah Gilbert, with his win, would not be eligible for a spot in the playoffs. Needs to get back in the top 30 for that win to count. A lot of contenders in this field, though. 38 in total that want to also put a crooked number in their win column, including the drivers here on the front and second rows. Here we go. 33 laps of racing. LaPlante, Gallant, get us under green here at Atlanta. Let's roll. Now, like I said, yesterday's Coors Light Truck Series race turned out to be a race of fuel strategy. They ran green the entirety of the event, and it was roughly between laps 27 to 29 that they had to come to pit road. That was with CTS fall-off. The GNS physics go a little bit longer, but not that much. So we could see some drivers potentially try and stretch the fuel all the way for the 33 distance laps. But if my calculations are correct, based off the fall-off from GNS to CTS, these drivers could be anywhere from 1 to 2 laps short. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see if any of these drivers will run the risk of running out of fuel to try and win this race. Battle for the lead, Rob Evans in the 88 to the inside of Austin LaPlante, and he will take the top position, at least for the moment. LaPlante trying to get that middle groove going with a good run off turn 2. Can't do it. Evans clears and goes to the lead. LaPlante surrounded by rookie stripes. He's got a rookie in front of him, 3 rookies behind him. G Sandfer, H Gallant, and then our Phoenix winner, N Guenther. Rob Evans out of Gardner Racing, a team that's already seen one of their drivers go to victory lane this season. 2 weeks ago back at Arizona Speedway with Zach Flickinger as J Sandfer now. Same car that Joshua Osborne made it into the Final Four in last year in the Pizza Hut X Series. Will take the second position from LaPlante, and now here comes Heather Gallant for third. We're going to keep tabs here today on the 31 of Parker, the 96 of Flickinger, as those two are in a battle for the current overall points lead. Right now, Phil Parker is running much better than the 96. He's back roughly, I'd say, about the 16th, 17th position. I saw his 31 back there. I did not see the 96 of Flickinger, though. Rob Evans had a disappointing run last week at Memphis. Dropped down 14 spots in the standings from 9th to 23rd. Finished that Memphis race near the rear of the field in the 37th position. He did finish the race, but he was one of many drivers that finished off the lead lap in that Memphis race. LaPlante got passed by both Evans and Sandfer, now back on the charge. Tried to get second place from Gene there going into turn 1. Couldn't get to the left rear quarter panel, so we'll have to wait and try again. Mentioned Nick Guenther, 20th in the points coming into this race after going to victory lane 3 weeks ago at Phoenix. So trying to get himself back up there in the points standings. Doesn't want to have himself in the same position Elijah Gilbert finds himself coming into this race. Chloe Ericsson in the 46, currently scored in the 6th position. She had a decent outing last week at Memphis, jumped up 9 spots to 26th in the standings, but certainly looking for a lot more. Behind her, the 19 of Diego Yepez. He also had a good run last week, jumped from 28th to 18th in the standings coming into this race. Charles Jackson also had a decent outing last week, jumped up into the top 15 in points, 14th in the standings coming into this event. Jackson, a former winner last year. Matter of fact, I didn't take the opportunity before we came on the air of looking and seeing who the previous race winners were here at Atlanta. See if we've got any of our current drivers in this field that might have been previous winners of this race. Back at season 1, you'll have to beg your indulgence as I've got a video uploading on my other laptop, so it's not loading up as quickly as I would like. James Qualls won the inaugural Atlanta race here back in season 1. Qualls was driving the number 27, so we'll see if we see Mason Woods 27 up here near the front at any point. The other Joanna Atwood Motorsports car currently in second, hounding Rob Evans for the race lead, J Sandfer. Elijah Gilbert, en route to his Season 2 championship, won this race back in Season 2. We haven't seen the 66 up here near the front at all, but certainly a track where if he needed a good run, this would certainly be the place to do it. Jordan Anderson won this race back in Season 3, so that's at least two of the 3 races where the eventual champion won the race. And last year, it was Seth Cole who went to victory lane out of Backmarker Motorsports. So Backmarker Motorsports had 2 of the 4 event wins here. And they've got a candidate up there, that's 78 of Charles Jackson running in 7th place. Let's actually drop back. Let's find some of our previous race winners. We already have seen Guenther in 5th. There's Phil Parker. Last time by was scored in the 13th position. And that is where he is still scored. Zach Flickinger currently in 22nd. Our winner last time out. There's the rookie points leader way back here, Andrew Davis. And there is Elijah Gilbert, 39th on the scoring monitor right now. So again, another run that the 66 team does not need. A former winner at this track and not looking good for him to make it into the top 30 in points right now. Also, Alexander Rowe, 5th in the point standings back here, scored in 40th, and Cole Deaver is also back here, and he is 6th in the points coming to this race, so a couple of drivers running well in the points struggling here today. And this is a home track for Cole Deaver as well, so certainly not the performance he was looking for. As he's in 41st and Eli Bright there in 42nd. Eli Bright is 16th in the points coming to this race. Had a top 10 run last week at Memphis. See, where did Eli actually finish that race? He finished top 5 actually in 5th place. So Rob Evans continues to lead, but at the same time, while he is getting these bonus points for possibly most laps led and all that, he's also doing a favor for the drivers behind him. He is cutting the wind, creating the draft, and that's allowing Gene Sanford, Austin LaPlante to maybe save a little bit of fuel. Rob Evans is the one that's doing the majority of the fuel consumption since he's out there, not with the benefit of the draft, and he's creating it for everybody else. So if we end up not having drivers be able to make it the 33 lap scheduled distance, then I would look at that 88 to maybe be one of the first to begin the pit stops near the closing stage of this race. Now, like I said, for the truck race, they pitted somewhere between laps 27 to 30. It was pretty much the completion of lap 27 to the completion of lap 29 was when the pit stops happened. Now, the GNS physics don't go down quite as much on the fuel consumption as CTS, but I don't know for certain if they can make it the full 33 laps. I mean, just to put it in perspective, I said this in yesterday's truck race as well, Hershey's Cup Series drivers were out here for testing a couple of days ago, and none of the Hershey's Cup Series drivers could go any more than 28 laps on a tank of fuel. And that's the Hershey's Cup Series, and that's the Cup Physics, which usually is the furthest you can go in terms of a mod and fuel mileage. So with them not being able to even go 28 laps, something says to me you're going to see probably within that 26 to 28 lap range, you're going to see these drivers probably have to hit pit road. Maybe be able to stretch it around lap 30, but I don't see how these drivers are going to be able to save enough fuel to make it the entire 33 laps. And this race looking very similar to our truck race yesterday. Clean and green, mostly single file through the field, so is anyone saving? I don't know. Got some drivers that are popping up here. They're in the top 10. Brooke Allen in the 3. Good run for her here. Into the inside of Charles Jackson. How about James Shelly there as well in the 71? Brooke Allen had a good run last week. Finished, I think it was top 10 at Memphis, up to 21st in points. On the flip side, though, James Shelly, boy, what a struggling start to the year it's been for him. Average finish of 28th in his first 4 starts, 39th in the standings coming into this race. So good run for him, and now he will be the lead backmarker motorsports car as he will pass Charles Jackson for, I believe, that's 7th place. But I'm curious about these drivers here, like the 70, the 7, the 81. You look back there at 3rd through 5th, you've got LaPlante. He's a former Pizza Hut X Series and Hershey's Cup Series race winner. Heather Gallant, 2-time winner last year in the Truck Series. Brooke Allen, of course, the defending Hershey's Cup Series champion, so a lot of savvy experience right there. Diego Yepez, a 2-time winner last year in the Pizza X Series. James Shelly, a former Pizza X Series winner. Is that the caution? I think I just saw the caution lights on. And if it is, it's our first caution of the weekend, and indeed the yellow flag is out. That will eliminate any possible fuel strategy that this race might have had. First caution of the week. And it takes place here just nearing 10 to go. Oh, wow, we still have them wrecking there out of turn 2. That's the Alex Gray machine, the 0. And there were a number of skid marks as well down on the apron. So caution out for the first time here today, first time this weekend, and pits will be open, and I don't have any doubt that everyone will be hitting pit road. So I thought the money stop might happen under green. Looks like it's going to happen under caution. Wait a minute. Are they not coming to pit road? Now remember, like I said, they were going to be close, so maybe this caution is the saving grace for these drivers, and they might be able to save enough maybe to make it the rest of the way. Wow. How about that? A saving grace caution for these race leaders. Alex Gray, we saw, was just leaving the scene of the accident out of turn 2. A couple of other drivers on pit road, including A Baranauskas and Jake Rogers. Rogers came into this race in the top 10 in points, 8th in the standings. Andrew Davis, the rookie points leader, who came into this race 3rd in points, is involved. Carter Friesen in the 39 also collected up in this. And boy, talk about a big break. A lot of these drivers back here like Deaver, Bright, Rowe, Gilbert, who had all lost the lead pack. This might be an opportunity for them to pick up some spots here in the closing stages of this race. But the yellow flag is out. Rob Evans leads the way. Question is, are they saving enough fuel to make it the rest of the way to the checkered flag? For the moment, though, let's look back at a replay of our first caution of the day here at Atlanta. This is a battle just outside of the top 20, 3 wide. That's Zach Flickinger up top, Carter Friesen in the middle, and Wyatt Quail on the bottom. Oh, and you see the 96 got the wall. That sent him down to 39 of Carter Friesen. Friesen, trying to give the 96 room, has the 62 on his left rear quarter panel. And Wyatt Quail just never got off of him. Spins the 39 up the track. Joshua Hyatt's going to get involved. He's 9th in the points coming to this race. Hard hit into the outside retaining wall for him. And then unfortunately at these banked tracks, what goes up must come down, and something tells me that the 39 is going to get clobbered. See who's going to take the first shot. Carson Gumm's going to get by. And then here comes either Rogers or Baranauskas. It's Baranauskas. There's Baranauskas. There is Davis. Watch the 5 car go up the track. That's where Jake Rogers gets involved. Oh, there's a shot right there. Who was that? Well, that was M McIntire in the 9, also involved in this. There you see on the left side of your screen the 0 of Alex Gray getting collected up in it. He's back behind Jake Rogers. Oh, Mark Davidson just squeezes through, as does Gilbert, Rowe, Bright. They all brushed the wall to be able to get by. But there were a few drivers that got collected in that one I didn't know about, including McIntire in the 9, Joshua Hyatt in the 92. It's a tough break there for Matt McIntire, 27th in the points coming to this race. We mentioned Joshua Hyatt, 9th in the points coming to this one. And our rookie points leader, Andrew Davis, taken out. Average finish of 10th place in his first 4 career starts. Looks like that may increase a little bit here after this one. Caution's out. Big wreck out of turn 2. First caution of the weekend, and it sets us up for a doozy of a restart with less than 10 to go. Alright, it's truth time. Were those drivers second on back just riding, saving fuel, or do they really not have anything for the race leader Rob Evans? Time will tell, as the green flag will come back out with 7 laps to go here at Atlanta. Drivers that will not take this green flag for the restart include Joshua Hyatt, Andrew Davis, Carter Friesen, A Baranauskas, Jake Rogers, and Matt McIntire. 36 cars still running, all 36 still on the lead lap. It's Rob Evans the leader, Gene Sandford second, pole sitter LaPlante in third, Heather Gallant fourth, Brooke Allen up to fifth, sixth is Diego Yepez, seventh James Shelly, Charles Jackson eighth, Nick Guenther in ninth, and Daniel Olson will complete the top 10. Let's go a little bit further down the running order as J Garcia restarts 11th. 12th is going to be Angel Navarro. 13th, Jessica Miles. 14th, Garrett Sydnor. 15th will be Chloe Ericsson. Sky Commons in 16th. Phil Parker in 17th. And 18th is K Langeland. Brian George 19th. And Andrew Gonzalez in 20th. 21st will be Zach Flickinger. 22nd, Wyatt Quail. 23rd is Ian Canario. Mason Wood 24th. 25th, Quentin Moore. 26th place is Nathan Hudson. 27th, J Jefferson. 28th place will be... just lost the name. Doggone. I can't remember who's in the 22. Carson Gumm, 29th, and Patrick Curtis is in 30th. Who's in the 22? Why am I blanking out on that name, I wonder? Green flag back in the air, and there's your answer. J Sandfer immediately to the inside of Rob Evans. Who the heck is the 22? K Batson, that's who it is. I kept thinking of a Penske 22, and I knew that was wrong. My apologies on that. It's race 5. I should know who everybody is by now. Boy, J Sandfer trying to get the spot from Rob Evans, but Evans strong on that outside line, and now Brooke Allan in the 3 enters into this battle. Brooke Allan looking for her first win since Dover of, I think it was season 2, and Rob Evans will go back to the front. What a strong race car he's got. J Sandfer tried on that restart, but Evans says no, sir. J Sandfer gets a big run, though, through turn 4. Might try again down here, coming to the start-finish line. Taking a look. Is she there? Not quite. Well, she had a good run through 3 and 4, but never really got the straightaway speed to make the move. 4.5 laps to go here at Atlanta. Brooke Allan, teammate Austin LaPlante, 3rd and 4th, waiting to see what happens. Diego Yepez now up into the 5th position. J Shelly trying to reel him in for that position now in the 71. As up front, couple of rookies duke it out. Evans out of Gardner Racing. J Sandfer out of Joanna Atwood Motorsports. And now don't look, but here comes Brooke Allan in the 3. Looking to the inside for 2nd. Can't quite get there. Atlanta definitely a momentum track. You've got to have momentum to be able to make a move. And Rob Evans continues to tick away laps. 3 to go here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Probably looking more in his rearview mirror than he is out the windshield of that race car. Well, Gene is really good through the center of the corner off. Gets a big run, but just doesn't seem to be able to follow it up going onto the straightaways. The car seems to stall out. Look right here, through 3 and 4, gets the big run out of 4, right up on the back bumper, but then that's about where it stays. It doesn't get enough momentum for her to get to the left rear quarter panel of Rob Evans. Only going to have about 6 more tries, 3 and 4 twice, and 1 and 2 once. As they hit the back straightaway, J Sandfer backing up to the 3 of Brooke Allan, maybe trying to get a better run here through 3 and 4. Not really close enough yet. Maybe going to try and get the run through 1 and 2. We'll have to wait and see unless Brooke Allan tries to challenge for 2nd as the white flag is displayed for Rob Evans. We've already had a rookie go to victory lane this season. N Guenther back at Phoenix. And J Sandfer is losing ground. I thought she was backing up to try and get a run on the 88, but the 88's just driving away. Rob Evans, what a drive for him here today in only his 5th career Pizza Hut X Series start. He will pick up his first checkered flag of the season. He takes the win at Atlanta. Becomes the 2nd Gardner Racing machine to go to victory lane this year. And Rob Evans, who came into this race situated 23rd in points after a dismal run last week at Memphis, picks it back up with a win here today at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. 2nd pair of rookie stripes to win here this season, and now joins Phil Parker, Zach Flickinger, N Guenther, and Elijah Gilbert as a potential driver to battle this season for the championship in the playoffs. There you see it. Evans with the win. J Sandfer 2nd. Brooke Allan, what a great drive she had up through the field to 3rd. LaPlante never fell out of the top 5 all day. Finishes from the pole position in 4th. Diego Yepez in 5th. J Shelly brings it home in 6th. A well-needed run for that team. H Gallant R in 7th. 8th for Charles Jackson. D Olson, this is the best season he's gotten off to for a start in Pizza Hut X Series as he finishes 9th. And N Guenther will finish out the day in 10th. The rest of your top 15 were Jessica Miles, Juan Garcia, Sky Commons, G Sydnor, Chloe Ericsson. Then it was Navarro, Langeland, Parker, George, and Canario completing your top 20. Phil Parker and Zach Flickinger didn't finish that far apart from each other. Parker was 18th. Flickinger was 21st, so I believe Parker might still have the points lead, but he'll only have gained 3 points on Flickinger, so it'll be about 9 point separation between the 31 and the 96 heading into our next race. LaPlante will be very close as well. He was only 26 points out of the points lead. I don't think his finish was enough to take the points lead over, but he'll definitely be right in the battle with those two, Parker and Flickinger, for the points lead as well. Look on down through the remainder of the finishing results. We had 34 cars finish this race on the lead lap. 36 cars finished. Alex Gray a lap down, and also Andrew Gonzalez finished a lap down. So had some problems late there for the 64. Not sure what it was. And we had our first caution of the weekend. It took place nearing the 10 laps to go mark, and it took out 6 drivers in total: Joshua Hyatt, Andrew Davis, Carter Friesen, A Baranauskas, Jake Rogers, and M McIntire. One of those drivers came into this race top 10 in the point standings. Well, actually, 2 of them did, Hyatt and Davis also came into this race as the rookie points leader. So both those drivers going to take quite a hit in the points. Well, actually, Jake Rogers was also top 10. So 3 of those drivers were top 10 in the points coming into this race here today. But Rob Evans will pick up career win number 1 here in the Pizza Deck Series, taking the checkers here at Atlanta. We still got to cap off this race weekend with the Hershey's Cup Series race here tomorrow, and we've got some added laps, which should make it a doozy of a fuel strategy race. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's race from Atlanta. If you did, be sure to give us a like, subscribe, become part of the crew today. We have shown your full finish results. These are your rookie point standings and your overall points heading into our next race for the Pizza Deck Series, which will be taking place at the Monster Mile next week at Dover. We got Pizza Deck Series and Hershey's Cup Series action at Dover next week. Before that, though, Last of Us Light Series have their 3rd venue of the season at the Tricky Triangle of Pocono. But tomorrow, it's Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Hershey's Cup Series drivers. Hope you'll tune in for that, as you've been watching a production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing. At its best, Rob Evans, in only his 5th career start, has a 1 in the win column in the Pizza Hut X Series.